What is up, YouTube knife fans, steel addicts? Today we're gonna take a look at another one of my knives right here. This is by CIMA Blades or CIMA Knives, one of those two. These are economically priced, budget-friendly knives. I don't think these are being made anymore. These are out of print right now. I don't think CIMA Knives even makes knives anymore. And the reason I'm showing them is because these are some of my favorite fixed blades that I own in my collection or in my knife possession. Um, these are the knives that do it for me. These are all pre-pandemic. I've owned these knives for like 10 years already. I bought these during the Obama administration, so that's like a long time ago. 10 years ago that I bought these knives. And I just thought I would show them to you guys. These knives are, again, they do it for me. These were at the height of my knife collecting. Now it's like whatever, but this was when I was transitioning from being a normal person into figuring out that I was like really into knives, like that I really liked fixed blades a lot. And we'll take a look at this first one right here. This is the sheath that I have for it. It's a Kydex sheath that I made out of Kydex for it. I lost the sheath. The sheath looked like this sheath right here. The sheath for this one looked like that, and I lost it, so it's very unfortunate. You have your drainage right there. I had a plastic clip for it that I had made two out of Kydex, but I lost it. We'll put this sheath right here. Take a closer look at this knife right here. All right, you have a hollow handle there for the. It had a little ferro rod that he was stick in there, and it was part of the blade. These are G10 contoured scales right here. Very comfortable. It locks into place. You have some jimping on the top of the blade right there. That's your blade thickness. And remember, these knives were like 15 bucks. It has a little like notch right there, ground on the stock of the blade to strike your ferrocerium rod. Heavily used. I used it basically for anything that I try to destroy. Messed around with this knife a lot. Very, very cool blade. Very cool. Not that big. I think it's about 8 inches, right? Yeah, 8 inches overall length. So it's not that big, guys. As you can see, not a big blade. That's the first one I'm gonna show you guys. The second one is this one. This is the sheath that it comes with. It's a plastic sheath. This is called the CIMA, the Jungle Survival Knife, but this is the CIMA 1. That's what they call it. It had a big metal clip right here. It was ambidextrous. You just had to swap it out from one side to another. And I took it off because it was just loud. Like, it was like clink, clink. It was like a clinky metal clip. So I put this like paracord and I just strapped my belt through here. When I carried it, right? Like that. One belt here, and then you're good to go. You can strap it on. That's the sheet that this one comes with. It has some drainage right here. Little peephole. Excellent sheath, right? For factory sheath too. This is the knife. You have a lanyard hole right there. Micarta scales. It's secured by these 3 screws right here. Very, very awesome. Like I said, the CIMA 1, and that's their logo right there. Drop point design, flat ground, just like on the other one. Has some jimping right here on the top. And you can see your blade stock is very thick. It starts thick and then it starts to taper down towards the end of the blade, towards the tip of the blade. You see it? It's tapering, and then it tapers down to a fine tip. Very stout though. These scales used to be gray, but now they're like a tan brown, tan or black almost. This is in the 7CR 17 MOV. Excellent steel too. I found out it's very tough. You could snap this blade, even though it's this. You could snap any blade, right? Just depending on what you're doing with it. But if you're doing your cutting task, it should be okay. I batoned this through little logs just to see if it was strong. It's pretty strong. There you guys have it, the CIMA 1. It's straight up, right? Straight up. It's a clone of the Rat 3 by Ontario. This is the last one that I have for you guys. This is the sheet that it came with, that it comes with. Excuse me. I tried looking for this same blade right now, just to see if I could find prices for you guys. But these knives, like I said, they're not printing them no more. They're not making them no more. Moly compatible, and my other sheet, the stitching that came apart from right here, so I thought it was garbage. I should have kept it. I should have just fixed it, right? It's ambidextrous to the sheath. The knife could be oriented in any direction. Fits all the way in like that. Pretty cool. It has a snap right here to retain it. It doesn't retain it because you could pull it out straight through right there. So not the best design on the sheath, but it's the sheath that it came with, you know. And I wish I had my original sheath. I could have just put a plastic insert right here, and then it would have been cool. Has a pocket here, tight. You could put a lighter, survival kit, whatever, fire starter, survival kit, a fire starter in there. This is the knife, guys. Um, it's has the micarta scales right here, and you have your a drop forged blade, drop forged drop point blade, jimping, aggressive jimping on the top. Os 8. This one and this one, they're both an Os 8 steel. I don't know if I mentioned that. They're the same blade, right? This one's a higher end version. The polished Os 8 one is a higher end version of this one. Supposedly has the micarta scales too. Very good looking knife, for what you paid. These were $15 at the time. Try to buy a knife that looks like this for $15 today. I don't think you could. Even if you wanted to, I don't think you could. Very good looking knife. Very, very good looking. Excellent, excellent blade. Again, for the money, can't go wrong, right? We'll give it a quick size comparison, and I do apologize about the airplanes. I live a few miles away from LAX, so you're hearing that. We'll give it a quick size comparison to some of these. These measure about 8.5 inches overall. This has the shortest cutting surface of 3.5 inches. These have a 4.5 inch blade. We'll compare it to some modern knives that you can still buy today, probably. How about the Cold Steel drop forged Hunter? 8.5 inches as well, with a 4-inch cutting surface on the Cold Steel drop forged Hunter in the sheath. Excellent sheath, right? This knife is not $15 though. Not even close to $20. These knives were all about $15. So that gives you an idea on how economically priced they were at the time, right? Because we're talking about 10 years ago. Pre-pandemic, I think everything with the pandemic like reset everything, right? That's how I feel. They said it was the biggest reset in the world, and I think that's what they did. I got one more right here for you guys. Well, I have a lot of knives, but I have this one right here. The SOG field knife, right? It's right up there again, 8.5 inches. 4-inch blade with a 4-inch cutting surface on this one too. Excellent, excellent knife. A field knife, excellent field knife too in the sheath. Rocks, right? Perfect plastic sheath. It's not gonna break. I mean, this could break, but if you like use this as your mounting points, I guess you'll be all right. Leave that guy right here, and I have one more. Since we got a lot of knives out right here, what about the Peltonite Hunter? Another excellent field knife, carrying knife. It's not that big. I have the Ontario shoelace in there because I go snorkeling with some of these knives. They go in their water and you'll be all right. 8.5 inches on this one with a 3.5 inch cutting surface. It's a small cutting blade. but it's a more comfortable handle. It's like a triangle handle. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's, I don't know, it's very good. Coke bottle too. Has the little soles right here. Excellent knife. Let me know what you guys think of the CIMA 1 and the CIMA, we'll call it the BT or the T601. I think that's the actual designated name for it. In OS 8 and 7CR 17 MOB. Until next time, guys.